Have you ever wondered who the people around you really are? Who is that coworker who seems to be so friendly but acts differently when under pressure? And that friend who only shows up when you need something but disappears when you need it? Today we're going to take a deep dive into how to recognize a person's true essence. We'll explore how people behave in stressful situations, how they act when they need you and when they don't, what they say behind your back, and how they deal with financial problems. Get ready for a stoic and impactful reflection that will transform your perception of the people around you. Let's start with a common situation: stress. Imagine a typical day at work with tight deadlines and backlog of tasks. How do you behave? And more importantly, how do your colleagues behave? It is in these moments of high pressure that masks fall and people's true nature is revealed. Some become aggressive, others withdraw, some stay calm and stay focused. Stress is a great character revealer, so when you watch someone under pressure, you're seeing a more authentic version of that person. Another crucial aspect is to observe how people act when they need you and when they don't. You know that friend who only shows up when he's in trouble? Is he the same friend who is by your side in your victories? True friendship and loyalty show themselves when there are no interests involved. Pay attention to these signs. How does the person behave when everything is fine for them, but you are going through a difficult time? This is a test of character that many fail. And what about how people talk about you to others? Words have power and reveal a lot about someone's feelings and intentions. Is the person who compliments you in your presence but criticizes your back trustworthy? How the person describes you when you're not around can be a direct reflection of how they actually see you. So be aware of the gossip and comments that may reach your ears. They can be more revealing than you might think. We will also explore how people deal with financial problems. Money is a sensitive topic that often brings out the best and the worst in people. How does that person behave when they are facing financial difficulties? Does she remain honest and ethical, or does she start making dubious decisions? One's true colors often appear when financial pressure sets in. In this video, we'll take a closer look at each of these topics and offer insights into how these behaviors can help you better understand who is really standing next to you. By the end of this video, you will have a clearer and deeper understanding about the character of the people around you. You will be armed with the stoic knowledge that will enable you to navigate the complexities of human relationships with wisdom and discernment. So stay with us, and let's find out how to know who a person really is. Also, have you ever wondered how to achieve inner peace in the midst of daily chaos? Do you want to discover the age-old secrets of the great Stoic sages to transform your life? Then you're in the right place. Subscribe to our channel and get access to the best videos on Stoic wisdom, ancestral knowledge, and personal development. Here you'll find valuable insights from philosophers such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, applied to our daily lives. Our content is carefully crafted to help you face challenges with serenity, build resilience, and find mental and emotional balance. How a person behaves when they need you and when they don't. This observation can reveal more about her character than any other situation. The moment we meet someone, it is common for that person to present their best version, showing themselves to be attentive and interested. However, the true proof of character reveals itself in how she acts when her needs are met, and there is no longer an immediate advantage to maintaining closeness. Let's think about a common scenario. That friend who is always by your side sending messages, asking you to go out while you are single. However, as soon as a romantic relationship begins, it disappears almost as if you never existed. Or maybe that person you helped land a dream job by dedicating your time and resources to achieving their goals. However, when you need a favor or support, that person becomes absent, indifferent. Seneca, in his letters to Lucilius, warns us about people who show friendship only when it is convenient for them. He reminds us that true friendship reveals itself in adversity, when there is nothing left to gain. Stoic philosophy teaches us to value relationships based on virtue rather than utility. Epictetus in his speeches states, that we should be cautious with those who are friends only when they need something. The true friend is the one who stays by our side, no matter the circumstances, and who is willing to help without expecting anything in return. This loyalty and constancy are rare, but they are the foundations of a true and lasting friendship. It is crucial to observe how people react in times of crisis, both ours and theirs. When we face difficulties, we may not have much to offer. It is in these moments that the true nature of our relationships becomes evident. Those who stay with us through the difficult times, who offer support and understanding, are the ones who truly deserve our respect and friendship. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, encourages us to be grateful for these people and to recognize the rarity of their generosity and steadfastness. Likewise, it is eye-opening to see how a person reacts when they no longer need you. If she maintains the same level of respect and consideration, that's a good sign of her character. But if she becomes distant or neglectful, it is a clear indication that the relationship was based solely on convenience. This should not be a reason for bitterness, but for wisdom. Stoic philosophy advises us to accept people as they are, recognizing their flaws without being negatively affected by them. Therefore, the way someone behaves when they need you and when they don't can serve as a powerful indicator of their true character. This observation allows us to build more authentic relationships based on solid principles. When choosing our companions, we must prioritize those who demonstrate constancy and loyalty, not only in good times, but also in adversity. Thus, we strengthen our circle of coexistence with people who are really worthwhile and who contribute to our personal and emotional growth. Pay attention to how people talk about you to others. This is a crucial aspect of understanding the true character of those around you. It is natural for people to talk about others. This is part of social interaction. However, what really matters is the way these conversations are conducted. The way someone describes another person reveals a lot about their own qualities, intentions, and values. Seneca teaches us that we must be vigilant, not only with our actions, but also with our words as they directly reflect our soul. Imagine a situation where a person shares a news story about someone they know. She can simply report the facts, such as saying, "Did you know that Antonio's daughter is pregnant?" This is a neutral and objective observation. However, if the same information is transmitted with judgments and prejudices, such as, "Did you hear that Antonio's daughter is pregnant? I always knew that girl was troubled. She has no job, has not finished her studies, and is now pregnant. Who will pay the bills of this child?" Here we see a person who not only reports but also judges and condemns, revealing his own petty and critical character. Stoic philosophy, especially through the teachings of Epictetus, guides us to cultivate indifference to the opinions of others and to focus on controlling our own attitudes. However, it also advises us to be attentive observers of human behavior, so that we can discern who we are relating to. When someone speaks disparagingly about others, it gives us a clear clue that that person may at some point speak of us in the same way. It is a warning sign about the type of relationship we are cultivating. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reflects on the importance of maintaining personal integrity and dignity, regardless of external circumstances. He reminds us to be true to our principles and avoid engaging in gossip and judgment. When we pay attention to how people talk about others, we can make wiser decisions about who to share our trust and secrets with. True friendship and loyalty are revealed in the absence of backbiting and in the presence of respect and consideration. In addition, the way someone speaks of others can also help us identify their intentions and motivations. A person who constantly criticizes and judges may be trying to elevate themselves at the expense of others, showing an insecurity and a need for affirmation that are detrimental to any healthy relationship. Stoic philosophy teaches us to seek friendships based on virtue, reciprocity, and mutual support. By taking a close look at how people around us talk about others, we can avoid toxic relationships and focus on building genuine and uplifting connections. That is, pay attention to how people talk about you and others. You not only gain insights into their character, but also learn to protect your own peace and integrity. Stoicism guides us to live according to our values and to choose our companions wisely. Therefore, be aware, observe, and make conscious choices to cultivate an environment of respect and positivity around you. This not only improves the quality of your relationships, but also strengthens your personal and philosophical development journey. How a person behaves when facing financial problems. This is a question that can profoundly reveal her nature. All of us at some point in life go through periods of economic hardship. However, it is in these situations that the true essence of a person manifests itself. The way someone deals with a lack of money, both in the act of asking for help and when it comes to giving back, can provide us with valuable insights into their character. Imagine a scenario in which a friend or relative asks you to borrow money. Let us observe the approach of this person. Does she ask humbly and gratefully, or does she behave as if you have an obligation to help her? When the time comes to return the money, does she do so just as promptly, or does she begin to avoid the subject and prolong the payment? Seneca, in his letters, advises us to be prudent with our expectations of others, recognizing that gratitude is not always a guaranteed bargaining chip. Stoic philosophy teaches us to offer help without expecting anything in return, but also to observe and learn from the answers we receive. There are people who in times of need resort to emotional manipulation. They may say things like, "I'm broke and you're not here to help me," implying that you have a natural obligation to help them. This attitude can be disguised as emotional blackmail, where the person places himself as a victim to arouse pity and compassion. Epictetus warns us about these tactics, reminding us that we must be guided by reason and virtue, not manipulated emotionalism. Similarly, it's important to observe people's behavior when you're facing your own difficulties. If you are going through a moment of unhappiness, such as an existential crisis, affective problems, or even a physical issue such as breaking a leg, you will see that many can disappear from your life. Those who stand by your side, offering support without expecting anything in return, are the ones who truly matter. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, encourages us to recognize and value these rare souls who are constant in all the storms of life. Let's consider a concrete example. You're meeting someone, possibly in a romantic relationship. Suddenly, you have to dedicate many hours to studying for an important exam, and your time becomes scarce. How does this person react? Does she understand and support your effort? Or does she complain and make you feel guilty for not giving her the attention she deserves? The response to this situation can reveal a lot about that person's character and empathy. In addition to these scenarios, there are other small behaviors that can give us clues about someone's true character. How does this person treat the waiter or the doorman? The way she interacts with people in positions considered inferior can be very revealing. Even if she has a difficult family, the minimum of respect and politeness must be maintained. The way she deals with people who are different from her, whether by sexual orientation, religion, skin color, or any other difference, is also a crucial indicator of her true self. By observing how the people around us behave in difficult situations, both theirs and ours, we can better discern who we are dealing with. This practice not only protects us from disappointment, but also helps us build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. So be aware, observe, and learn from each interaction. The true face of a person always reveals itself in moments of adversity. How the person behaves in stressful situations. This is a question that deeply reveals the essence of who we are and the people around us. I'm not referring here to the great stresses, those rare and devastating events that occur few times in our lives. I'm talking about the small daily stresses, those everyday challenges that seem insignificant, but that test our resilience and character continuously. According to Stoic philosophy, it is in these moments that our true nature reveals itself, when we don't have time to put on masks or pretend. Imagine yourself in a long line, waiting for your turn and your partner's to enter a theater, or to be served somewhere. How does this person react? Do you become anxious, aggressive, start blaming others for the delay, or perhaps he withdraws, becoming monosyllabic and indifferent? Epictetus, one of the great masters of Stoicism, teaches us that it is not external situations that disturb us, but rather the opinions we have about them. Therefore, if we allow a small setback to throw us off track, we are handing over our power to external forces. Stoicism invites us to cultivate inner tranquility, regardless of external circumstances. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, wrote that adversity is the occasion of virtue. It is in the small adversities of everyday life that we can practice patience, resilience, and empathy. Instead of blaming others or the world for our frustrations, we can choose to accept the moment as it is and act with wisdom and compassion. When we are faced with a delay, a queue, or any other small stress, we have a golden opportunity to exercise our Stoic practice. Instead of giving in to the impulse to react negatively, we can pause, breathe, and reflect on how we want to behave, as well as analyze the people who behave in the face of these adversities. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, advises us to look inward and ask, "This thing that seems difficult to me, what is there in it that is unbearable and intolerable?" Often we realize that the difficulty is more in our mind than in reality. Observing how we react to these small stresses is a window into our soul. Do we blame others for our impatience? Or do we take responsibility for our emotions and seek a calm and rational solution? The way we deal with these moments reflects not only who we are, but also who we are becoming or who we are living with. Remember that every little stress is a workout for life. Just as an athlete needs physical endurance to win, we need emotional endurance to thrive. The next time you meet or see someone in a stressful situation, notice their reactions. This is the essence of Stoic practice, to live up to virtue even in the most trivial moments. And in doing so, we not only face the small stresses with dignity, but also prepare ourselves to face life's big challenges with courage and wisdom. Before we wrap up, I want to invite you to explore more of our content. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll find even more value in the other videos on the channel. We have a vast selection of content that addresses Stoic wisdom, personal development, and a lot of ancient knowledge that can transform your life. Click on the recommended videos and continue your journey of learning and self-knowledge. Each video is an opportunity to deepen your understanding and apply these valuable principles in your daily life. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Leave in the comments what you learned today, if you have been through any of the situations we discussed, or how you apply Stoic philosophy in your life. Your experience can inspire and help other members of our community. I'll wait for you in the next video.